Another year, another LEGO game. LEGO's Star Wars The Force Awakens had the potential of feeling quite lackluster due to focusing on only a single movie. Instead, it manages to add surprisingly new gameplay mechanics and content that make it one of the better LEGO games in recent years. The game takes you across the same scenarios and locations from the Force Awakens film, to Rey scavenging parts on Jakku, to Han, Chewie and Finn crash landing on Starkiller Base. What's great is the addition of side missions that focus on character adventures outside of the film plotline, such as Poe going on a rescue mission to save Admiral Akbar. It gives more content to the overall world and saves the game feeling like a simple retread of the movie. If you've played a LEGO game before, you know exactly what you're in for. Smash objects to receive studs, build LEGO parts to create platforms, solve basic puzzles to advance levels, and replay chapters in free play to unlock areas previously inaccessible. Thankfully, the developers decided to add some small but memorable additions to the gameplay, like the third-person shooter and flying sections. During particular moments in a level, you'll be forced to take cover and shoot a predetermined amount of enemies before moving on. This adds a fresh dimension to the typical LEGO formula, although I do wish the mechanic wasn't scripted and allowed players to take cover at any point. The flying sections are dramatically improved from previous LEGO games, giving the player a huge open space to fly around and shoot enemies at their own pace. All of this feels incredibly cinematic. The game's visual engine does a fantastic job at representing The Force Awakens. From the characters, to environments, the spaceships, nothing feels out of place here. All of the cutscenes have the typical LEGO charm and some jokes actually had us laughing out loud thanks to great visual gags. The music is fantastic. Well, obviously, I mean come on, it's John Williams. His iconic soundtrack adds that now textbook excitement to almost every scene. My biggest problem, unfortunately, is when it comes to voice acting. The majority of the dialogue is just ripped straight out of the film, all of which has background atmosphere that just simply doesn't match the environments or characters. What is strange is characters like Han Solo and Leia have voice actors that all add additional lines. So why not just use them throughout the entire game? Mixing and matching in between just comes off as distracting. While the LEGO game might not have enough new elements to entice players tired of the typical formula, it still has plenty of content and new gameplay mechanics to spice up the smashing and building fans have come to expect. Although the voices are quite distracting, it's not enough to deter from the overall experience and is absolutely the best LEGO game in quite some time.